Reddit. What's the funniest thing that a random stranger said to you that made you die laughing inside? EEC. I was in the drive-thru of a Nendi's one time. An employee exited the building with his headphones on and was singing "Who Let the Dogs Out" at the top of his lungs. He saw me, stopped singing, and started walking away. A few seconds later he come up to my window and said, "Yes, that is what I'm listening to." Then he walked away. I laughed so hard at the whole situation. Something from high school I, 11, always remember. It kind of looks like Texas if Texas didn't look like Texas. Destroyed me lol. Was leaving Walmart and the 8-year-old greeter says, "Thanks for shopping at Dollar Tree." Quote. I was at a 50th wedding anniversary party and there were lots of elderly people in attendance. An old man was standing next to me and said, "It looks like a fucking graveyard in here." I literally spit my beer out. We were outdoors. The kicker was the guy was close to the same age as everyone else. Years ago when queuing up for movie tickets with my family, the attendant asked the ages of our 4 kids to see if they could all get children-priced tickets. I announced their ages: 7, 9, 11, and 13. Without missing a beat, the stranger behind us declared, "That's an odd group." Quote. An old man on the street with a big jack-o'-lantern grin on his face and 2 chihuahuas under each arm loudly proclaiming to no one in particular, "I used to carry grenades. Now I carry dogs." Quote. Okay, the laughter was not entirely inside. But years ago on the subway in NY, a crazy dude walks on the train and screams at everyone, "You're all going to hell," and then steps off as the doors close. Total silence as the weirdness of the moment settles in. Then, without missing a beat, guy across from me goes, "Shit, I thought this train was going to Harlem." Entire subway car of cynical New Yorkers bursts out laughing. I was helping a customer pick out a new bra and she said she wanted her breasts to be lifted. She said, "My boobs are so saggy that if my nipples were eyeballs, I'd be able to see if my shoes were untied." I really tried my best to remain professional but I couldn't stop laughing lol. Just the other day checking out at the Cracker Barrel, the older gentleman ringing my wife up accidentally said, with all confidence, "Have a thank you." Quote. I was at a gas station filling my truck with gas and overheard a guy yelling at his dog to move over in the car so his wife could get in. It went like this: "Man to dog, come on, get in the middle so mommy can get in." Dog starts yipping back at him as if she's arguing. Man to dog, "Quit arguing me, I told you to get in the middle, you don't always get your way." Dog again yipping back at him. Man to dog, "If I have to tell you again you're not getting your jerky," holds up a stick of beef jerky. Dog yipping while reluctantly moving to the middle. Man to dog, "Okay, promise no more arguing me and you'll be a good girl." Dog yipping again. Man to dog, "Okay, seal it with a kiss." Dog gives man kiss. Shit had me dying. Edit. Hot damn, this post blew the F up. Thank you random citizens for my first silvers and first gold. You guys are awesome. Also, to clear a few things up, the dog was a Brittany Spaniel, which is a medium-sized dog, and they were in a single cab pickup. Also, it was in Maine, and if it was any of your parents or S-Zeros, you guys rock and still make me laugh about it to this day. Glad I could brighten everyone's day. Something I overheard as 2 kids walked past our caravan park site. A rumbling boom of distant thunder. Kid 1, "I like thunder. It sounds like a 200-year-old dog who's retired and helps old people who are blind to get around." Kid 2. Silence. Kid 1. You know? Quote. Kid 2. But why is it retired? Quote. Kid 1. Because it's old. Kid 2. But it's still helping blind people. Kid 1. Silence. A few years ago I let my friend cut my hair. It did not go well. I was living in Philadelphia at the time and was walking through South Philly when I passed two strangers in the middle of the conversation. As I pass, one of them says to the other, "Hold up, I gotta talk to this guy." He proceeds to shout to me, "Io, your hair looks like shit. Come over here." I was amused, partially because of his bluntness and partially because he wasn't wrong. I was curious, so I walked over to him. He says, "Look, a buddy of mine owns a barbershop 2 blocks away. Here's his business card. I'll write my name on there. If you mention that I sent you, he'll give you a good deal." Bruh, but seriously, take care of that shit. I never ended up going to his friend's shop, but I frequently use this story as the perfect example of Philly culture. Rude, blunt and in your face, yet somehow coming from a place of genuine care. Plus, it's fucking hilarious. T used to be a smoker. One time a scruffy-looking man asked me for a light. I told him I only had matches. It was very windy. He said, "That's okay. There's a trick to it. You light the match and then suck down real hard. You get a mouthful of sulfur that way. But you gotta have a trick when you're going 30 miles an hour on top of a tank." I was doing tech support over the phone for an internet company at a call center. I got a call from an elderly woman because her internet stopped working. After checking remotely that the modem was working and that there was no issues on her area, I was scheduling a visit from one of our technician when she suddenly says, "Oh, I know what happened. The cat was playing around the router yesterday?" "Right. You think it took a cable or something?" "No. He probably took away the Wi-Fi." "You mean like he moved the router?" No. He probably took the airwaves of the Wi-Fi. You know how cats see things we can't. He surely say the Wi-Fi signal grabbed it and took it away." It took all my willpower to not laugh in her face and finish the call. I work in retail, and I'm not sure why, but this had me dying for a while. I still laugh when I think about it. Me, "How you doing today, sir?" Quote, customer, "Yep," and he went on his way. No so much said to me as overheard. Walking down the street with my fiancé after dinner. A man and woman pass us. Very clearly I heard the man say, quote, "And that's the second time I got crabs. I just keep a special little comb at the house now. Just in case." I'm not sure of any particulars and have thought about that interaction often. So many questions. I know they heard me laugh though. Edit. Damn everyone. Thanks for all the great stories. Good to know there are so many jokers out there in the world. I was rollerblading down a hill too fast and landed on my ass. Painful, sure, but not excruciatingly so. An old man walked by and said in the most jolly voice, "Is your behind okay, young lady?" Quote, I was shaking of laughter. My behind was okay. Yes. T have a 5.5-pound chihuahua. He's about as intimidating as a bunny rabbit. I was walking him on the grass along the road. A couple of walkers were coming near me and my dog started barking at them, so I picked him up. The guy says, "Thank you for picking him up." Me were really scared. At a festival and sitting around the campfire when a very intoxicated man kept saying, "I need to borrow your fireplace." He wouldn't let it go, despite being right by the fire. Turns out he Needed a lighter for his cigarette and was so drunk that he forgot what it was called. My laughter was not internal. I died laughing right in front of him. Edit. My first gold. Thank you, internet friend. I once was canoeing with my fiancé for the first time and we were having a bit of trouble at first getting a rhythm going, so we were along the edge of the water hitting the canal. This random couple was walking along the wall and said to his wife while pointing at us, "Ah, canoeing. The true test of love." My fiancé and I bursted into laughter for 20 minutes and then finally got our rhythm together.